If you've ever tried building a website or application from scratch, you know how complicated it can get. All that coding, all that hosting, integration, designing, it is going to be a lot. Now, that is where no-code platforms like Base44 and Lovable step in. Both of them promise to make building faster and much easier without touching a single line of code. And in this video, I'm going to be going ahead and walking you through platforms step by step. We're going to be checking out their dashboards, test their features in action, and look at pricing plans. And then finally, I'm going to wrap it all up with a clean comparison table so you can decide which one fits your needs best. And by the way, I will be going ahead and leaving links to free trials in the description below so you can feel free to try either tool for yourself. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Now, first up, we have Base 44. Now, Base 44 is a platform that is all about its simplicity and speed. It's extremely sleek with a very small beginner curve, okay? You can get into this software if you have not used anything like this ever, okay? All you're going to need to do is add the prompt and it's going to quickly generate whatever you have asked it for you, okay? It shouldn't take a lot of time, and if you have a small business, or a small enterprise, this is the perfect tool for you. Now, if you are more into customizing and integrations, then I would definitely suggest Lovable for you because Lovable is on a much bigger scale. And if you're a control freak when it comes to your creations, then Lovable is definitely the one for you. It has more emphasis on all the customization and all the different creative aspects of your application. And if you're a startup who wants more creative and professional grade polishing, then Lovable should be the one for you. Now, to actually get started and see how the code comes together and how Base 44 and Lovable actually work when creating through a prompt, we're going to go ahead and start with some prompts. Okay, so here we have the prompt box. And first of all, we're going to see that they give us some styling instructions over here. Okay, so you can add your very own custom styling instructions. Like, on ChatGPT, you could have some custom prompts set up. So you could add that, but for now I'm going to keep it plain and simple, and I'm going to go ahead and write create me a website that is about e-commerce. It's going to be a clothing store. Make it quite retro and neon based. Let's go with use funky fonts. Okay. And once we write this, go ahead and use some nice animations and pop-ups. Okay. So this is going to be our prompt. All right. Just make sure to fix any little spelling mistakes. And once that is done, what you're simply going to do is you're going to copy this because I'm going to be using the same prompt on a Lovable and seeing what Lovable provides me. But here is our prompt. Create me a website that is about e-commerce. It's going to be a clothing store. Make it quite retro and neon based. Use funky fonts. Go ahead and use some nice animations and pop-ups. So I'm going to keep a very simple prompt right now. You can obviously go ahead and provide more details to the code, but I'm going to keep it like this, and I'm going to go ahead and enter the font in. Now, once we enter it in, as you can see, it says creating your app. And on the left-hand side, you get the whole creation process, all the codes it makes. Now, currently, what it's doing is it's analyzing it. It's going through your code, it's learning what you actually want, and once it's done with that, as you can see, it says, I will create a retro neon clothing store with that classic 80s, 90s vibe. Here's my plan. Now, you can actually see the key features that it's going to add, like striking neon homepage with animation hero section, product catalog with glowing cards and hover effects, shopping cart with retro style pop-ups, and a whole lot more. You can also see the design style it's going to bring you, the deep color palette that you have provided it. And of course, if you see these things and there's something you don't like, you can stop it right away and add changes to it. Okay, that's the best part about Base 44. And obviously, as it's going on, you can see the different things it's going through and creating. So It has created the product entity. Has done editing the layout, has done editing the homepage, and as you can see, it is editing the hero section component. Now, the whole appeal about this is how fast it's doing things. As you can see, it's just going on and creating things without really making us wait for it. Okay, as I told you before, simplicity and speed is what Base 44 goes for here. That's its main catch when it's going for its work. All right, so we're simply going to wait for a few seconds, and once it's done with our product, let me show you what it provides us. Now, here we have it. Base 44 has created our store. And before getting into the preview, you can also see that it gives you a dashboard for it. Now, what is this dashboard for? This dashboard is for the back end that you're creating. You could call it a control panel for your store that you can access from here. So as you can see over here, it gives you an overview that it's a store called Neon Threads. You can change the name, by the way. So if you want to change it, let's say I want to call it John's retro kicks. Okay, we're going to call it that. And once you obviously call it that, it's going to change the name of the store. All right. Now, from here, you can change the app visibility from public to private if you want to invite different users to the store. Then in the user section, you can also add people who will work on the store with you. So that is another great feature that Base 44 provides you. So if you have a whole team working on this, you can invite them. All you're going to do is you're going to come over here, invite user, either send them the link or send an invitation through email. All right. Then moving on, we have the data section. Now this is where you're going to be adding your products. Now as you can see, Base 44 has already added some products through itself, but if you want to add your very own product, you can do that as well. So just go over to add. Let's say I'm going to call it black t-shirt. Okay. Then price, let's go with $60. Okay. Product category, let's go with shirts. Product description, let's go with this is a linen oversized shirt with great comfort. Okay, I'm going to call it that. Then you can also paste an image. Okay, so for the image URL, let's go with any random black t-shirt image. And of course, it needs to be a URL, so I'm going to copy the link. And once we come up over here to base 44, I'm simply going to paste the link. Size is available. Let's go with large, medium, and small. Colors, let's go with black. And once this is done, you're simply going to hit submit. And what that will do is obviously it will add a new custom product into your store. And as you go on, you can check your analytics as you go on. You can also add a custom domain and a whole lot of other features. Okay, this is all what your dashboard does. It's a basic control panel at the back end. Now, after all of that is done, let's actually get into the preview. Let's see what it has done when it comes to the actual look of the store. Because on the left-hand side, you can see that it's done creating. And over here, you can see we have all of this. So Neon Threads, you can obviously change the store name from here as well. I'm going to show you that later on when it comes to the customization of everything. Now here we have Retro Vibes. Dive into the neon-soaked world of retro fashion. It's used some great texting. The navigation bar is pretty well placed as well. We have some animated contents over here like the star. There's little dots shining in and out, fading in and out. Then there's this lightning bolt moving. We have some neon fonts over here. And now you can see we have the whole product catalog in this section as well, which is pretty cool. And you can go ahead and change pages as well. And just like this, you can see how incredibly it has created things for us. And you can see my custom product that I've added myself has been over here as well, which is pretty cool. So we can see that it has created a store really quickly for us. And I'll be honest, it is a very good product just by a simple prompt line of code that I have given it. Now, once we have seen what Base 44 provides us with the speed and simplicity it has, let's go with Lovable. Let's see what Lovable does different. So as you can see, it's the same prompt, and in the Lovable prompt section, you get the option to choose your model, okay? So I'm going to go with Supabase. You can also attach images to, give it a reference to what you want, but I'm going to, again, keep it simple. and I'm going to go ahead and give it the prompt. Now, once you give it the prompt, what Lovable does is it does the same as what Base44 does, is it brings you to a big spin up preview where on the left-hand side, it's going to show you all the thing it's doing to create what you have provided it, and it shows you in real time. So I'll create a retro neon clothing store that screams 80s cyberpunk vibes. Design inspiration, it gives you everything, and features, it's going to implement a hero section with neon branding, product grid with hover animations, and a whole lot more. So you can see that it really goes ahead and gives you the details of what you ask. Now, I will say that Lovable will take a slightly longer time to create than Supabase, but again, we're simply going to wait for it to create things for us, and then we're going to see what it actually provides us. So let's wait for it to create, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Now, here we have it. This is what Lovable has provided us. Okay, so we have neon threads up here with a great looking favicon and navigation bar. We also have a shopping cart up here on the top right. As we scroll down, as you can see, this is the layout for your home page. We have some great looking stuff over here with some great animations. So we go over to collections to see how our general collections page look. Now, in Lovable's case, it doesn't really allow us to go to new pages. So that's the difference it holds with Base44 because Base44, as we can see, allows us to change our navigations. Okay, so if I go over to this, it will view me some of the details of the different features in it, but it won't exactly change the page for us, okay? And even all of this, as you can see, it's a pretty good addition. So we can see that it did take more time, but I'd still feel like Base44 was much simpler with its designing, and as you can see, Lovable was much more detailed with the neon theme. So here's the general difference on a glance with these two, all right? Now, when it comes to their features that they've actually packed in with all of this, that obviously includes the customization they bring, all right? So to talk about customization, let's go over to Base44 first, all right? Now, once we're in Base44, when it comes to customization, there's two ways to going around this, okay? You can either customize something by adding in a line of code. So let's say going like, change the neon theme to a little darker coloring. And let's go with something like choose some professional and minimalistic fonts. So you add in something like this and you let it know that, okay, I want this changed. So what Base44 does is it will obviously change the whole vibe of it according to your prompt. And it goes ahead and thinks and it will change that. Now that is one way to go ahead and edit the layout differently. Now, you could either do that and add prompts, or what you can do is you can come down here where it says Visual Editor, okay? You can click on the Visual Editor, and now you can edit stuff individually as well. So let's say I don't like something about this, right? So I click on it, and as you can see, I can change the name. So let's say I want to change the name to John's Retro Kicks, okay? I want to call it that. You can do that. Then I want to change the color for this as well. I don't exactly like the color palette for it. So I'm going to go to this. And, you know, just like this, you can have things changed, save it, and now as you can see, it's going to reload the page with the saved options. So just like this, you can do some individual customizations. And if you want to add different things into the store, you can't exactly add them through building blocks or anything like that. You will need to implement that right here into the chat box. And again, the visual editor is one of the easiest ways to edit anything individually for yourself, all right? And obviously, once you're editing, do make sure to go ahead and check the mobile view as well, because just the desktop view is not what people will have. People will also use your website on a phone, so if the mobile view is also good, that means you're pretty much good to go and set up your website, all right? Now, when it comes to Lovable and Lovable's customization, again, you can go two ways around this. You can either go ahead with the visual editor that you have down here. You can click on edit and edit individual things out of it. So let's say we have threads over here. So I want to change threads to kids. Okay. And once we do that, look at that. It has made the change for us. And as you go on, again, individually edit things. So let's say I want to go ahead and edit this whole section, and you can ask for a quick change over here. So you can simply let it know that I want this differently, I want that differently, etc. All right. So just like this, you can add customizations for yourself, change different things, choose the contents, edit different styles into it, and that obviously could be the coloring, it could be the font size. So let's say I want to decrease the font size. I'm going to go with something like 5XL. Okay, I'm going to do that, and as you can see, it's going to implement the change for us. So just like this, make small changes into your website, and customization when it comes to a set factor of it, I will say that you have more options and you have much more freedom to customize on Lovable than on Base 44, because Base 44 also keeps going ahead and reloading the page as you make those customizations. So as you can see, the previous customization I made with the more minimalistic and simple fonts, it just made that change. But obviously it took a little time and reloaded the whole page. Lovable, on the other hand, won't do that to you. Now, even when it comes to adding different blocks into it, of course, both of these will come with the factor that you have to add those in the prompt box over here. You don't really have a proper website builder or a website editor that allows you to drag and drop things into it. So do keep that in mind. So the visual editor will only be as good as your mind when you're adding in the prompt for both of these in the case, okay? And of course, you can go ahead and do editing like this as well, but you can only edit the prompts or options that are already in the box, okay? And if you want to ask for a quick change, you can simply come over here and write add an image of a shirt over here with the welcome text and make it highly animated. Okay, add in something like that. Go ahead and send that in, and of course, it's going to start. It's working for you. So we can see the difference right now with simplicity and speed on Base 44 and more integrations and feature-packed stuff in this. Okay, Lovable, as I said, is going to take a lot of time, but it will give you a much more polished product, all right? So obviously, once we've seen the demo of both of these, if you enjoy any of these for yourself, I will be adding a trial link for a free trial for both of these in the description below. So do make sure to go ahead and check them out. So if you like Base 44, you can check the link in the description for that. And if you like Lovable, you can check the link in the description for that as well. So, this is the main idea of how both of these work and how you can go ahead and change their features with the customization and how they actually bring the product forward for you. Now, of course, once we have talked about their general work, okay, what they actually provide us, let's actually go ahead and talk about their pricing. Let's see what happens when it comes to the upper plans of both of these incredible softwares. So, for Lovable, we have three plans over here. Okay, so we have the Pro plan, the Business plan, and the Enterprise plan. All right. Now the Pro plan is going to be $25 a month with 100 monthly credits, 5 daily credits, and private projects with user roles and permissions. Then the Business plan is $50 a month, which much more advanced control, 100 monthly credits, SSO, personal projects, and everything included in the Pro plan. Then we have the Enterprise where you can book a demo with them. If you have a big company that wants to work with them, you can go ahead and contact them if you want to. Now, of course, these are the monthly plans. Now, both of these softwares not only provide you with monthly plans, but annual plans as well, which save you a lot of money. So, as you can see on the annual plan, we have $21 a month and $42 a month for Lovable. So you can save $50 on the Pro plan and $100 on the Business plan. So you can go ahead and check this out for yourself if you want to and see if the monthly plan is more suited to you or the annual plan. Now, when it comes to Base 44 and its plans, there again are two plans. You have the per month plan and you have the yearly plan. Now, it has four plans. You have the starter plan at $16 a month, the builder plan at $40 a month, the pro plan at $80 a month, and the elite plan at $160 a month. Okay. And again, the features for the starter start at unlimited number of apps and in-app codes or edits with 100 monthly credits and 2,000 integration credits. And obviously, they go more and more with the features and the monthly credits and integration credits with the price. Okay. And let's say you want to subscribe to the starter plan. Again, I told you there's the yearly and the monthly. Now, on the monthly, you have $20 every month, but on the yearly, you have $16 every month. And of course, you can save a lot of money, up to $48 on just the starter plan. Of course, if you go more up, you're going to save more money on the yearly plan. And on the monthly, obviously, there is going to be a slight change in pricing. So, we can see that Base 44 is relatively cheaper to when it comes to the pricing. But Lovable, of course, will give us more features when it comes to the polishing. So if you want simplicity and speed for a cheaper price, I would say Base 44 is the perfect pricing option for you. But if you want a more polished and a much integration and feature packed program with a little more money, you can go with Lovable. So it's not about, which one is more cheaper or more expensive. It's about which of these fit your work ethic, which of these fit your requirements to when it comes to creating apps for you, okay? So go ahead, differentiate between the monthly and annual plans, and of course, see which one is better for you with the features. Now, of course, once we've gone through both of these products, you can see what it provides you and in which case it's better than the other. Obviously, I will give you a side-by-side breakdown in a summarized platform. So here's a summary table that I have created out of it. Okay, so when it comes to the general factor of it, so the factors I have inputted are ease of use, feature set, customization, time it takes, and the pricing. Okay, and then obviously we have Base 44 Lovable, and the reason I feel like the one is better than the other. All right. So when it comes to the factor of ease of use, we saw that Base 44 was much easier with a much simpler learning curve. So obviously it's a 5 out of 5. And Lovable was much more options based and obviously not as easy as Base 44. So it has a 4 out of 5. Okay. Then for the factor of feature set, Base 44 is a 4 out of 5 and Lovable is a 4.5 out of 5. And the reason for that is Lovable has more integrations into it with more customization features and much more options to work around when you are creating a product. Then when it comes to customization, Base 44 is a 3.5 out of 5 and Lovable is a 5 out of 5. Because as you saw, it gives us more freedom to go ahead and customize our current product and allows deeper design control. Okay? Then when it comes to the time taken, Base 44, of course, is the quicker setup. It is much more simpler and the speed of it is incredible. Lovable, on the other hand, is a 4 out of 5 because it takes longer due to more steps and more work and customization. And finally, when it comes to the pricing, Base 44 is relatively cheaper, okay? But I will say that they both have fair values. Base 44 does cost lower, but Lovable adds higher features. Okay, it adds better, more customization options, etc. So again, it's not the fact in this case on what's cheaper and more expensive. It's more about what you require. So if you require a simpler and more speedy based software, then of course Base 44 is the one for you. But if you require more control and more deep polishing of your product, then Lovable is the one for you because they both have pretty relatively same and fair prices and values. So, which one should you pick? Now, if you need a site up quickly and want the simplest path, then I'd say Base 44 will do the job really well for you. If you'd rather have flexibility, integrations, and a more polished final product, Lovable is the much stronger option. Now, both tools have their strengths, and the choice really depends on your priorities, speed, or flexibility. So go ahead and choose these according to yourself, and do let me know down in the comments below. So, guys, that is a wrap for today's video. If there are any deals or discounts going on at the time of you watching this video, I will keep them down in the description below, as well as a link to a free trial for both Base44 and Lovable. So you can totally try them out for yourself before making your final decision. So thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to drop a comment if you have any questions. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button for more exciting content like this. I look forward to seeing you in the very next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.